Hey everybody, Karen from Master Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So this is very exciting. We are going to be speaking, maybe, with Michael Jackson. I am going to ask the Lead Team Collective, using dowsing rods, whether or not we can tap into Michael Jackson's higher self and ask him the questions that you guys had in the community. So I did a post a while back for questions, and there's so many. So enough for 3 episodes, actually. What we're going to do is I'm going to do episode number 1. I'm going to tell you what it's about, tell you what 2 and 3 will be about, but they'll come out about every 3 days or so rather than back to back, just to give you a little break in between the topic. So definitely check back, keep an eye out for part 2, because that's actually the one that's, a little mysterious about what happened to him, I think. So part 1, and again, these are based on all of your questions. Not one of these is AI generated. I'm not doing that anymore. We tried. It's no fun. So these are all community questions. Okay. So many of you wanted to understand his extraordinary gifts, his spirituality, his purpose here on earth, and where he is now. So that's what we're going to be talking about in episode 1. In episode 2, which like I said, is going to come out like 2 or 3 days from now, we'll continue with your questions about the accusations that he faced, his death, and the many mysteries surrounding his life. And then maybe 2 or 3 days after that, we will conclude with your questions about his family, his legacy, and the influence he may still have today. Okay, I'm excited. I may even a couple days after that do a part 4 pendulum discussion with Michael, which I think would be amazing. And we haven't done a pendulum conversation with someone who's passed or transitioned for a while now. So I think that would be fun too. So you guys let me know. And obviously we can even have a part 5 if you have additional questions after this for Michael Jackson. Okay. All right. So I've got a little prayer, and then we have 25 questions to ask today. All right. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the Lead Team Collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, the Lead Team Collective, and our community, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, Lead Team. Thanks so much for being here and partnering with us. Really appreciate it. So we have questions about or for Michael Jackson. Are you comfortable with us asking these questions? Is this yes? Okay. Can we invite Michael in and ask him directly? Yes. Now just keep in mind, if you haven't been here long, they don't always say yes to that. It depends. And in fact, we need to go back to David Wilcock, because at that time they weren't comfortable with me doing a pendulum message with David because it was quite soon after he had transitioned. And so maybe it's time. So I'll have to circle around to that. But Michael's been gone, transitioned quite a while. So, okay. So is there anything we're asking in any of these 3 episodes, Lead Team, that is inconsiderate to ask Michael in spirit form? No. Okay, well, that's good. All right. Thank you. Because we want to be respectful and loving. We don't want this to come off as disrespectful. Yes. Okay. Very good. So you see all the questions I have for all 3 episodes, and you're good to go on those? Yes. Even when we're asking him questions about accusations he faced? Yes. Okay. Very good. All right. Well, let's bring in Michael Jackson. Oh my God. I feel like, yeah, I loved Michael Jackson. Until all that shenanigans started going. Michael, I loved you. I really did. I mean, actually, this is like, I'm feeling look at, I'm all red. This is probably the most I have felt like in awe that I'm going to be speaking with a spirit like this of anybody, even Jesus, because I just didn't have that same connection, believe it or not. So pretty funny. Well, Michael, oh my goodness, welcome. He's saying hello, I think. Wow, thank you so much for being here. What an honor. You were incredible. The gift that you brought to the world through your music and your words and your courage, it sounds like. We are learning now more about your courage towards the end of your life. So thank you so much. And I'm really hoping that, whatever we're going to talk about today will help all of us here still on Earth grow just a little bit more from your experience. So thank you for being here. Okay, Michael, so we have questions and they are human-based questions. I'm sure you realize that. Yes, okay, because we got curiosities and we're all on a spiritual journey together, learning as much as we can just to be better humans. So, if there's anything I ask you, would you please that you are not comfortable answering or is not in our highest and best interest, would you please refrain from answering? Yes. Okay. And that would include for all 3 episodes. I may not request that again. So, okay. Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay. Well, Michael, let's get started. Number one, this is all coming from our community. Are you at peace now? Yes. Very good. Were you at peace when you first transitioned? Would you say you were at peace when you first? Oh, yes. Great. Okay, so the peace that you feel now, did you feel that instantly when you transitioned? Oh, wonderful. Yes. That's lovely. Okay. Do you know how much you are loved and missed? Yes. That's awesome. Do you have to deal with any low vibration energy that is sent your way? Does your higher self have to deal with any of that? Yes. Okay. Because you were so well known, I think that I would guess the more well known a human is, the more energy, whether positive or negative, is directed towards them. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. So, your higher self in percentages, what percentage do you have to deal with low vibration? We'll start with low vibration because it's probably lower, I'm going to guess. Because he was so beloved worldwide. So based on what, humans don't really know what went on with you or the truth behind what went on, which hopefully we'll get to here. But based on that, what percentage of lower energy does your higher self have to deal with still? Is it less than 20% from the human race? Yes. Okay, well, that's cool. Is it less than 10%? Yes. Is it less than 5%? No. Okay. Well, we're all going to send you lots of loving energy right now. So lots of hearts in the chat right now, you guys. Okay. Let's send Michael some loving energy, unless you're waiting to find out. I think well, okay, Michael, regardless of the questions I ask you, are you going to be truthful with us? Yes. Okay. Well, what I will ask is that if there's something you don't want to answer or is not in our highest best, just refrain from answering. Okay. Yes. Don't give us the answer you think we want to know. Just refrain from answering. Is that agreed upon? Yes. Okay. Very cool. And I'm just going to real quick just double check where he's at. So in the name of Christ, Michael, are you of the highest and purest light? I want to just make sure I'm talking to his highest. Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. Okay, very good. Oh, good. I always forget to turn my volume down and then we get those little dings. All right. All right, Michael. So you do, so it sounds like at least, did we say 5% or 10%? I can't remember, but it sounds like at least 90% you feel the love that humanity sends you. Yes, very cool. Are you in a greater dimension? Are you, okay, so are you still in the third dimension? No. Okay, then let's talk about, okay, so you have your higher self, correct? So let's talk about the fragment of your higher self that was Michael Jackson, okay? So am I talking to the higher self of Michael Jackson right now? Yes. Okay. So when I'm referring to the fragment, obviously, because the higher self is not Michael Jackson, right? So, okay. So we're referring to the fragment. So is the fragment of Michael then, is he in the fourth dimension? No. Has he been absorbed back into the higher self? That fragment? No? Okay. So that fragment is still enjoying its time wherever? Yes. Okay. Um, is it in the fifth dimension? Yes. Oh, is it waiting for us? Is it so? Oh, it's waiting for us in the fifth dimension. All right. Okay. Is that fragment above the fifth dimension? No. Okay. So when we start ascending to the fifth dimension and like truly being in the fifth dimension, experiencing that, will we be able to hang out with Michael again? Yes. Okay, cool. Will we be able to enjoy live versions of him again? Yes. Okay, I don't know if I believe that, but we'll see. We'll see it when we believe. I'll believe it when I see that one, I think. Okay. Are you actively helping to raise the vibration of the planet right now? Yes. Okay, so you're in the fifth dimension and do you still you're doing service? I think we all do service work. So you're doing some service work in the fifth dimension. Yes. Are you using music to help raise? Yes. Very cool. And so do you still have the skills and the interest in music that you did in the third dimension? Yes. Cool. Are you helping us in spirit? That was somebody's question. Yes. Will you ever reincarnate on Earth again? Will this fragment that was Michael Jackson ever reincarnate on Earth again? Yes. Okay. Are you currently reincarnated on Earth? No. Okay, let me clarify. Are you currently reincarnated on Earth, but in the fifth dimension? Yes. Okay, so you're currently that you have a physical avatar as Michael Jackson in the fifth dimension. Yes. So if he is a physical avatar in the fifth dimension, so you are reincarnated on Earth then? No. Okay, so are we playing with semantics of reincarnation? Like, yes. Okay, so there needs to be clarity on that. Not sure I have it at the moment, but there's something with that. I'm not sure I have anything off the top of my head right now. So let me know if you guys got questions. We can always do a part 5 later on. And we'll pull all your comments and questions from every video and see if it generates more. All right. Okay, we asked, are you reincarnated now? Would you, based on how humans describe an old soul, would you consider is your higher self, Michael, an old soul? Yes. Okay. So were you a kindergartner? Was the fragment of Michael Jackson a kid like in kindergarten here on Earth when you were Michael Jackson in the 3D? Yes. Oh. So the Michael Jackson fragment in the 3D were you an old soul? No. Okay. But your higher self would be considered an old soul. Yes. I mean, that alone, just the idea of an old soul, we've never done like a just one episode on that. So if you guys have questions on old souls, put them in the comments here and we can pull them. And I mean, if there's enough, we can do a whole episode on it. Because I get it. I just don't know that we've ever kind of had a full conversation about it. Might be interesting. Did your incredible voice as a child come from you or from spirit? So did it come from you? Yes. Or did it come from spirit? Yes. So both. I think what we want to clarify here is when you had your life plan, you planned to have this incredible voice, correct? Yes. Okay. And so was spirit singing through you? Yes. Meaning was your higher self singing through you? Like, yes. Okay. Played a role in that. Yes. If it didn't, and you just had this avatar as Michael Jackson with our normal voice box and all that kind of stuff. If you just had that, without any assistance from spirit, would you have had the quality of voice that you had? Oh, okay, that's interesting. No. So are you saying, yeah, you guys know I like doing that. Like, are you saying then, that anyone who has a beautiful voice just like sounds like sometimes people's voices just sound like they are like from heaven, like it's an angel singing, because it just vibrates that way, it through my body anyways. So are those people being assisted by spirit? Yes. Okay. And so like I would not put myself, I like to sing. I would never ever, it's a reality. I don't have the quality of voice that Michael Jackson had. So is it safe to say that that is something that spirit is not assisting me with, is my singing voice? Yes. Okay. If I asked you to, would you? Yes. Okay, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Wow, you guys. Interesting. Were you knowingly channeling music and choreography ideas? Were you knowingly channeling? No. Okay. So from a spiritual perspective, do you know what we mean here in the 3D when someone channels, like Ann Tucker channels her angels? Yes. Okay. Were you, as the Michael Jackson avatar here, were you channeling? Were you knowingly channeling? No. It's safe to say that we're all channeling, correct? When we follow our intuition, when we get good ideas, that it's very likely those ideas, especially good ones, are coming from a higher place, right? Like a different dimension, our higher selves, our spirit guides. Yes. Okay. So the music that you were creating, was that channeled unknowingly by spirit? Yes. Or like, do you think you would have created that music just from the Michael Jackson avatar suit you were flying around in or walking around in? No. Okay. This answers a lot, actually. That's very cool. Choreography too, like that, and your ability to dance, that all came from spirit. Yes. So it's just amazing because it's like, again, it just helps us to not associate so much with this physical being, that it's all it's all this connection with vibration and spirit, and is how I see it. And I just love that. This is such a different way though to get to that information that I haven't explored yet. Were you able to channel words and melodies from the spiritual realm while writing your music? Yes. Okay. But you were doing it unconsciously. You didn't realize they were coming from spirit. Yes. Did you realize they were coming from spirit? I just want to clarify. No. All right. Interesting. Has anybody ever heard Michael, like in real life, say that he felt like he was channeling, or, and do you feel like that's accurate information? I kind of wonder. Let's see. So, did you study metaphysical spiritual teachings while you were alive? Yes. All right. But you never got to a place where you thought you were channeling that music or channeling choreography or melodies or anything? No. Okay. Did it ever occur to you that maybe that was happening? Yes. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. But you just didn't know for sure. It's not like you had a clear voice in your, like, Anne, when I mentioned Ann Tucker, she has a clear, voice that she hears, or it comes through her. I think it comes through her, but yeah, enough that she can write down verbatim what they're saying. So, we're all doing that. We're just not hearing it as clearly, or, as some people are. Would you agree with that, Michael? Yes? Okay, really wide swing on that. All right. Did you write yourself a manifestation? Did you write manifestation notes? Yes, like a vision board type of thing? Yes. Did you understand higher vibration, lower vibration? That in terms of manifestation when you were human, did you understand that? Yes. Okay. Do you understand? I'm probably not going to explain this to you guys because you kind of had to have been around recently because we've been talking about this. But did you understand it as when you were Michael in the 3D, the way that I'm understanding it right now? Yes. Okay. Interesting. So just that a higher vibration love, lower vibration fear. Our hope is, the more joy, the more joy you want, the higher vibration you want to stay in, type of thing, removing things out of your life that are causing fear, keeping you in lower vibration, because that affects your physical body, your mental health, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't allow things to come into your universe that you want to have come in if you're living in fear, all that kind of stuff, That I totally get now, like 100% more than I've ever understood it over the last couple years. So, okay, did someone on Earth teach you manifestation? Yes. And was that part of your metaphysical spiritual teachings that you explored? Yes. Very cool. Did spirit teach you manifestation? Yes. Did you know it was spirit teaching you manifestation at the time? No. Okay. Did you manifest your career? Yes. Okay. So, well, you manifested. Okay, so we're gonna need a lot of clarification on this one. That I might not be able to answer all the questions. So this may be I don't know that we've done an episode on manifestation. So that could be a whole different episode. But because it brings up life plans for me. Like I could go down this whole rabbit hole right now. Because if you manifest, like it, so he designed that life with his life plan. Is that correct? Yes. Were there pieces of that life plan that you needed to manifest by staying in either in higher, well, okay. Okay, you can manifest high. When we think of manifestation, we think of higher vibration. At least I do. But that's not actually true. When we manifest, you can manifest higher vibration things and lower vibration things. It's the same thing. So when we talk about manifestation, when I've been asking these questions, my brain immediately goes to positive. But that's not actually true. So that's why this can be when we ask the questions, that it can get a little convoluted because he's answering a certain way and then people are like, he's not telling us the truth or whatever. No, it's the fault of the person asking the questions and being careful about how we're doing it. And I'm human, so we're just going to flow with that because that's all I can do, you know? And I know that, and you know that, and this is all in entertainment and we're just having fun with this. But if you're using these types of things yourself, that is like one of the most important things is the question asking, you know? And, you know, giving yourself grace because you're never going to be perfect at it as a human, you know? So, but yeah, this whole manifestation thing, like, did you manifest your career? That's a whole, I mean, again, you know, he's saying yes, but that brings up a lot of questions. So I'm not going to go down those questions right now. All right. Is music the answer to connecting with love? Oh, yes. Really? Is it the only answer connecting with love? Because the question was the answer. So no, it's not. Okay. I feel like you're not seeing the tip of I want to make sure you can see the tip of okay. Can music be the key to spirituality for some people? Yes. So definitely utilize that, you guys. What was I dancing to? Oh my God. There was a short. And actually, I'm going to upload a short. I'm going to upload it today. Okay. Because actually, it has to do with the government and stuff in the world and how it's working. Because there's a short that I want to upload. This doesn't have anything to do with music, but it may remind me of this. I'm going to upload it in post today because I want you guys to listen to it and see if you have any questions that would have us come back and do an episode on. Because I can't pull the transcript on it to give you the transcript because it's a short, but just let me know. It's not very long. Let me know if you have any questions about that I'm going to post when you're done listening to this. If you want to go listen in the post area, please take a look. It does have to do with, you know, conspiracy theory and stuff like that, but it's kind of interesting. And it has to do with timelines. And it has to do with Trump and Barron and this whole, like, there was a book written in 1900 and John Trump, who apparently is Donald Trump's uncle, who took after Tesla died. I know that I'm going off in this whole rabbit hole real quick, but I just want to advertise this post because I'd love to get your questions on it because I would love to do a session with your questions on it if you had them. Yeah, like apparently Donald Trump's uncle, John Trump, got Tesla's time travel stuff. I think that's fascinating, which is why I want to explore it. So yeah, okay, little side note on that. So check that out, okay? But I was listening, there was another short. I will post both of them just because I'm going to have to now. But it's these older people roller skating. And I'm in the bathroom getting ready and I'm just like dancing with them because it was, and that's my point about music and spirituality. Like it just made me so happy. They were just jamming enough that I sent this to my girlfriends who we do once a month. We go out to dinner, but we've been talking about developing a list to do things together. What do you call that? A bucket list. And I sent them the list of these older women roller skating. And I'm like, yep, add this to our bucket list. I want the four of us to go roller skating. I think that would be fun. I bet they're not going to agree with me. I have a feeling, but they were cool looking. I'm going to tell you. I'll post both of those shorts. All right. But yeah, I was jamming with that music. Okay, Michael, can music be the key to spirituality for all people? No. All right. Because other people have different ways. Yes. Was your... What? I don't even know this word. Hang on a second. Okay, I've never heard of this before, but apparently Michael had vitiligo. It's kind of a cool flowing word, vitiligo. Not a cool thing though. So he had, somebody's asking about this, a chronic autoimmune disorder where the immune system mistakenly attacks and destroys melanocytes. Oh, so the pigment of his skin. Got it. Okay. So let's see what he says about that. So that's autoimmune. I didn't realize that was an autoimmune disorder. So was your vitiligo, now that I'm saying that, I have heard that word before, part of your soul contract? Yes. I'm guessing that anything we experience is a part of our soul contract. Is that true? No? Okay. And we've done soul contract stuff. Big things. Are all big things that happen in our lives part of the soul contract? Yeah, and it's like okay. Okay. You needed to learn something, or you wanted to experience something that vitiligo taught you. Is that correct? Yes. Did your life plan or your soul contract specifically say that you're going to learn it by getting vitiligo? Oh, no. Okay, I get it. Okay, so our life plan and soul contracts, they basically said, I want to experience this. I want to experience that. And it doesn't have to be negative. It can be all positive. Probably not, but I want to experience these things. And then if you get it, if you get the experience or the lesson your higher self wants, then maybe you might not experience something as dramatic as vitiligo. Is that true? Yes. Oh gosh. Now this, we'll have to do another episode, life plans, soul contracts again. I've done those. They're in playlist. You could search soul contract on the channel. Life plans we've done, but it would be a very different conversation for me now at where I'm at today. And I learned differently probably. So it's never, we could redo the topics easily. Okay, the last 4 questions. Michael, were you someone we would have known in one of our past lives? Yes and no. Okay, I would expect that. I guess we're talking like who? He's like, were you okay, so I think that's very tricky. I guess we would have to nail down like what galactic soul family. Well, are you a part of the Arcturian? Is your higher self an Arcturian from the Arcturian soul family? No. Are you from a galactic soul family like that we would, yes? Palladian. Yes. Okay. Well, hey, apparently that's my soul family too. So, yes. Okay. Does that mean that you and I would have known each other? Yes. And so those in our community who come from Palladian soul family, we would all recognize each other. Yes. And so people who have famous humans who are Arcturian, let's say, or other starseeds, then they would recognize those famous people more because they were in their soul family. Yes, so you just happen to be a part of the Palladian soul family. It's a good thing you said Palladian because we haven't done enough episodes where I understand all the different ones. I wouldn't have been able to, I would have been like, I don't know who else to ask about, Okay. This will clarify, are you a part of the angelic world? No. Okay. So do you hope to one day be a part of the angelic world? Because we can do that, right? So he said yes. Do we all? Do all of our higher selves eventually hope to transcend to the angelic world and beyond? Yes. Okay. So that's kind of like just what we're doing, just, having all these experiences to continue growing. And we do that whether we're in human form or other dimensions. Yes, or other galaxies or whatever. Yes. Okay. Is your aura pure white and gold? No. Boy, I don't even know how to ask these questions because now I'm like, well, I'll ask a few clarifying questions for Michael, but when you are outside of the 3D, so you're in the 5D, Michael, right? Are auras different in the 5D than they are in the 3D? Yes. Are there any similarities between auras in the 3D and the 5D? Yes. Okay, so there's similarities. So, when we ask if your aura is white and gold, is that white and gold? Do we even have white and gold in our auras here? I don't think we do. No. Okay. We don't, because I just did an aura reading and mine was like mostly purple, by the way. I mean, for 15 minutes, it just stayed like, I did a video on it. If you guys want to type in auras, I did a video and showed you my aura. It was kind of cool. But spiritual, it was the spirituality aspect, which is not surprising since I'm constantly here chatting about stuff. But I was surprised. Okay, so yeah, the whole aura thing, we might, again, a whole nother area we could explore. So the last question is your aura pure white and gold because of the purity of your soul? No. Is it, if someone who does have pure white and gold aura, is that because of the purity of the soul? Yes. Okay, but you don't have that because you're not. No, he said. Okay. Okay. Gosh, you guys, your questions are amazing. Okay, don't forget part 2, probably in 3 days. So check back. In part 2, we are going to continue, but we are going to ask some harder questions in part 2 about the accusations, his death, and the many mysteries surrounding his life. All right. Okay, well, thank you, Michael. Really appreciate it. And thank you guys. Thanks for being here and exploring all this stuff with me. I really appreciate it. And as always, if you could subscribe, give the video a like, if you would hype it, that would be amazing. We would be so appreciative. So, all right, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.